How do you avoid getting discouraged if you're on a weight loss journey and you're not seeing progress, or the progress seems slower than what you might like to see? So if you don't know me, my name's Tyson Johnson. I'm the founder and owner of the Six Pack Dad Tribe, and we specialize in helping busy professional dads, typically age 40 to 60, to reach and maintain 10 to 15% body fat, to get lean, to build muscle as a sustainable lifestyle without extreme dieting or long workouts. So the reason why I'm sharing this little educational clip, I'm just here about to get into a little bit of a basement home-based workout, but we've recently had two busy professionals go through the program who just experienced what I'm talking about. And I want to just unpack this a little bit for education purposes. So one of our customers had been in our program for about 8 weeks, and he had only lost about 5 pounds. But shockingly, as a busy CEO family man in his 40s, his stomach was down 7 inches. We just had another customer in a very similar situation about 4 to 5 weeks in, and his stomach was down 2.5 inches, but the scale was only down 1 pound. And then just last week, he saw another 3 pounds lost. So why is it that this happens, and how do you avoid getting discouraged? What do you do instead? Okay, so a big mistake that a lot of people make with weight loss, this isn't their fault necessarily, they just haven't been educated on a different and better way. They are only using one unit of measurement to measure their progress. And that can be very, very dangerous. And the typical unit of measurement is once a day or every week you hop on and you measure what the scale says. One of the big problems, though, with a scale is like my story. Back in 2004, I weighed 205. I'm 6'2". And today, 20 years later, I'm still 6'2", and I still weigh 205. So the scale has shown that I haven't progressed at all with my health over the last 20 years. What the scale doesn't show, though, is unless you have a body fat scale and you got photos and you have measurements, is I went from 20% body fat to sub 10% back in 2004. And then basically over the last 19 years have focused on staying very, very lean and adding lean muscle. And so it's more like a 50-pound transformation with fat loss and muscle growth over the last 20 years. And many people, they don't see that. And they get discouraged because they're dieting and they're working out, and the scale just isn't reflecting any progress. So what do you do instead? What you do instead is, first of all, spend $30 on Amazon, get a body fat bioelectrical impedance scale. They're not perfectly accurate, but they do paint a more complete picture. At least it's directionally accurate. So if you're measuring your weight and your body fat percentage, now you have 2 units of measurement instead of 1. If you want to take this even a step further, and by the way, that last suggestion I just made, that takes like 1 minute a week for you to measure. We would also recommend that you're measuring for busy professional dads. Typically, they have the dad bod, and their belly is one of their biggest pain points. So why not measure your stomach in inches on a weekly basis? Now you have 3 units of measurement. And just as I mentioned with these 2 customers we've been serving, the body has been experiencing massive transformation in removing the harmful belly fat, and the scale doesn't show that. Now, one other thing I'll share from this customer at his 5-week mark, he just checked in with us and he said, I noticed that I feel so much better while skiing with my family. I have way more energy than I had even a year ago. And so these are called non-scale victories. He also talked about how over the last month, his sleep quality has dramatically improved. Okay, so how do you avoid discouragement? Just to recap, have multiple things that you're measuring. Body fat percentage, stomach in inches, maybe even a before and after photo every month or 2. And then finally, take a look at maybe you get your blood work done. How are you measuring your sleep quality? Can you document actually how you're feeling by eating more nutritiously? And when you're doing activities that you love, basketball, skiing, hiking with the kids, do you find yourself having more energy? So to summarize, one of the biggest mistakes is if be very careful what you're measuring progress or lack of progress, only documenting that with a scale. It's not telling the full picture. And so these are some of the things that we do inside of the Six Pack Dad tribe so that people can still, from units of measurement, they can see and feel and experience progress and stay motivated and feel like they're getting a return on effort. Hope this helps someone out there. Thanks.